This podcast is brought to you by the Ginger Camel Network. Visit us at www.gingercamelnetwork.com.
Hello and welcome to In the Game, Qatar's first sports podcast. We have a very special guest today, and I wish it was interactive because I want to say, okay, come on, guess what sport that we're going to be talking about today, and I'm keeping them on suspense. So I'm asking you the question. So I am so glad that you've come to our podcast today. It's a fantastic story you've got. This is Afaaf, by the way. Her name in English is Modesty. This lady is very modest, and we're going to introduce you, and you can tell them about your sport, tell them about yourself and the sport you represent.
All right. Hello, good morning. My name is Afaaf Alqorane. In English, it's Modesty, the way he say. I play boxing. I'm the first boxing female in Qatar. I started before 3 years ago, and I suffered a lot to the people accept what I'm doing right now.
It's one of those sports that we were having a conversation beforehand, where boxing is it's a very technical sport, but it can be a little bit rough. And I suppose I'm 53 years old, and I suppose we'd had this conversation again, where again I was one of those people back then. My idols were the big boxers, and I'm going to ask you this in a minute, but my idols were the big boxers, and for me to kind of accept a lady boxing was a little tough. It's like I had a daughter, and I wouldn't want my daughter to go through that, but it's a sport. It's kind of technical. There's training. There's everything that goes in it, and this is what you love it so much, right?
Yeah, I love it. I love it since I was so young, 7 years. The first, I used to watch in the TV and the legend Muhammad Ali Clay and President Naseem, and I used to be crazy on them. So I believe that I can do it, and I have strong things. I'm so active when I used to be young, and I tried more and more. When I grow up, I have many things in my life, and it's disappear. Then officially. I used to have one friend of mine. She used to play in nationals in taekwondo, and I meet with her. Then she called me. She told me "Hey, how are you, Afaaf? How are you? Long time. You remember the master that he teach me the training and in taekwondo?" I was like, "Yeah." She told me he's coming in Qatar with his son, and he's playing national team in Qatar in taekwondo. So be so excited. If you want to train, you can go with it. And my lucky, and I feel myself I'm blessing. I start when playing the boxing, I start with a master. I didn't start with the coaches, so that I'm feeling like I'm blessing. Alhamdulillah. He came, we discussed, we know each other's. He accept, he support me. He told me don't think about the background of the people they're gonna say, because no one gonna accept female and gonna play in boxing the way you used to think about it.
Yeah.
But he told me in hijab, and as long as I'm comforting myself and I'm introducing the sport in good way, so they're gonna accept it.
Yeah.
And I'm the first female in golf. Also in the golf they don't have it. They have it in Arab world and Africa and Europe. So take it some easy way.
In this way, and there's always got to be the first one, okay? And the inspiration, what I'm getting from this is that you've not had the most easiest of times. You were, as from a young child, and I heard we discussed this, whether we were going to discuss this today, but you didn't know this until quite recently, but you suffered from dyslexia. So there was many challenges before you got to boxing that you could then channel all your efforts into.
Yeah, it was so hard for me. I didn't know this thing is gonna throw it. My family, they don't know what happened with me, and my friends, they don't know. And also, I've been with a lot of coaches. They never know what happened with me. Also, me, I never know. Finally, alhamdulillah, I get my sister, and he's the only one he focusing on me, and he know there's something different. It was the master.
Yeah.
When he used to do for me at the training, he says something else. When he told me left, do jab, I do cross. When I do jab, I do uppercut. So he understand, and he get the point that I'm not well. I'm not he just sit with me, and we take confirmation, me and him together. And he told me, I will ask you questions and be honest with me. And he make for me exam his own way. And he's the one he know what happened with me.
Dear me, that's
Then I used
fantastic.
to tell him, yeah, I feel like this. I saw like this. I can see like this. Then he make for me many exams. And I'm so lucky I get it because he's a master. He know the difference with the students.
Yeah.
And I'm one of his students. So I'm not a normal student.
Yeah.
It was difficult for him. When he teach me something, I take many times to understand, to get what he needs.
So your life is through boxing.
Yeah.
Your life is just opened up completely. You had something that you felt was wrong with you, and dyslexia now is kind of out there, and people are dealing with it. But you didn't understand what the problem that you had. But
Yeah.
boxing was a great channel for you from a training perspective. But it also taught you the different coordination. You were using a completely different coordination, and then he identified that
He
you had
find
this-
it.
Oh,
He
that's
get
so
it.
magnificent.
Like he suffered a lot with me, and he used to tell me. He never told me like kind of you don't understand. You're difficult to understand. He never told me like this. He used to sit with me and ask me questions like, why you not getting the point, Afaaf? Why you don't know the difference between left and right? Why you cannot see here? My hand, it's here. He hold the target every time, and he told me, do jab, I do cross. Like he understand there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
And he sit with me more of the time, and I used to cry, and I'm not like he told me like be honest with me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do for you exams. He do for me many exams. He's the one he find it, not the doctors. Then finally I said like for 2 months ago, 2 months ago later, we know what happened with me. So I understand all my life what happened, and I used to suffer with it. So I'm so like strong thing. I cannot talk about it, but
Yeah.
I passed it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I
And
passed it.
and the thing with it is, I don't think you realise yet how much of an inspiration you're gonna be, and how much of a kind of a leader that you're proving to yourself that you are. And we all get to a stage where there's people that help us in our lives, but there's with yours with that is boxing. This is something very new to Qatar, and I don't think it's that people just doesn't
It's
like.
the end of story. It's all sports,
Yeah.
but the sport it's only getting for me. It gives me a good energy, and I'm feeling I'm fresh when I train. The other day I'm feeling I'm fresh. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I can understand everything what is going on before in my life, but the thing is, it's very hard. It's like it's for men's. It's not for females.
Yeah.
I didn't make it for me. It stopped. I didn't take it like personally things. I take it because I love it.
Yeah.
When I was so young, it was my dream.
Yeah.
I love the thing. I know it's pain, but when I get used to it, now it's like a game for me.
Correct.
It came like a game.
Yeah.
So I never go back.
Yeah.
I follow it because it's my dream.
Yeah.
And it's my dream to take the flag of Qatar in the waving sky. It's my dream. It's my target.
Do you realise just how important this is for the country going forward? You're the first female boxer in Qatar that wants to fly the flag, that wants to represent Qatar. Do you realise the burden that you're putting yourself on? Not the burden, the expectations, the
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah, Qatar, because the Qatar in 2015, they accept like they bring champions in boxing, and it's a sport world. They will never say no. They're gonna accept it. Because at the end of story, our country in Qatar, it's sport world.
Yeah.
That's the target.
It's magnificent, and I try to get this message out across to people because Qatar has got something special when it comes to sports. They want to be the best at it, but it's not so much. And forgive me, I'm wrong to say that they want to be the best at it. They want to give the people the opportunity.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for. They want to give the people the rights to be able to enjoy what they love.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's great for what you said, that you love this sport, and everybody that I speak to within the sporting industry, whether it's their business, they love it. They've got a real passion about it, and I know that you have. Let's talk about your idols, Muhammad Ali, because I remember Muhammad Ali. It was kind of, he was one special dude. I used to stay up till 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I was only a young child.
And he gets so excited when I
Oh
watch
dear
it.
me, yeah. And what made it good was he got beat 3 times. I think
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
And he still came back.
Yeah.
And he still had that desire.
He suffered a lot.
Yeah.
I was so young. Actually, my age, I'm 28.
Right.
I was so young, but I used to watch the recording. The crazy thing that I used to love it when he punch, how strong he punch. and how he's doing the eye contact,
Mm.
and how he's patient with it, and he's not like active in the stage.
Yeah.
He's coming with cold, and he know like he's gonna win. That thing is used to make me crazy.
Yeah.
Like I know what I'm doing, and he win.
Yeah.
And he used to win, and it was so perfect for me. I cannot like explain how I like him and how I love him, and he's my legend.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a legend for everyone. Then in 2006 it came Prince Naseem Hamid. Oh my God, it make me so crazy on it in boxing. I feel myself when I punch that I'm strong.
Yeah.
So I believe the more I do the boxing, the more I go deep with it, I can believe myself like I'm more strong. I'm the strong woman in the world.
Yeah.
That I believe. And the first thing I learned in boxing, it was respect and discipline.
Okay.
And I'm told you, and I'm gonna say it again, Master Nasser, he's the one he teach me.
Yeah.
He doesn't like, hi, how are you? Let's start, warm up, do stretches. Yeah, go punching. No, he start with me. Start B C steps. He teach me.
Yeah.
He teach me how to respect and discipline and the time, and also he always complain about how I walk and how my clothes look like, and officially I have to stand to be ready that I'm training. He never tell me like, good morning, coach. No, I have to give him his all respect. He's a master. So he teach me all these steps. Then I start. I know the technique of the boxing. Then I know the steps of the boxing.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm plussing. I'm
And
lucky.
look, I must admit again, and I was very fortunate that I joined the boy soldiers at 16 years old, and I think the biggest thing for me is exactly as you said was discipline, routine, respect, and those are the biggest. Sometimes we miss those cores now in our lives, is that we don't look at those as a real importance, and they are an importance, because if you learn those types of things, then everything else can become a lot easier in life. So they are so important. So congratulations on this, and I can't wait to get your master on.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, because he sounds a really great guy. I'm going to jump a little bit. I'm going back to this person that you thought was fantastic, Prince Naseem. I didn't like him at all at first. I thought because he was
crazy.
He was arrogant, he was brash, he would jump in, he'd be all that kind of stuff, and you would just watch his fights because you wanted somebody to beat him.
Yeah.
And it was a known thing back in the UK that's what we were all waiting for, because he was so arrogant. But then you realise that the sport that it's not easy. You better get through it. Is with whatever way you can get through it, and that was his way. And I did come to respect him because he was a great boxer, and he was a great entertainer. He was fantastic at what he did.
He used to be amazing. I like the way like when he came to the stage. Before like he do things crazy like the other what they call the other parts.
Yeah.
He's making him like crazy before he punching.
Yeah.
You make him angry.
The showboating.
Yeah.
We call it showing off.
Show off. Yeah. He do. Yeah, he do a lot of show off.
Yeah.
So kind of things. It's good because it make the other person nervous.
Yeah.
So when you be nervous, I know myself I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
So I can get to the target and I can win.
Yeah.
So it's difficult. Like it's not like Muhammad Ali Klai.
Yeah.
That one is like almost he starts.
Yeah.
And he's the first legend.
Yeah.
Then they came the steps. What they call Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Prince Naseem, and those new ones in these years. I don't know them, but old it's good. I'm so lucky. Because I'm training with old guy right now. He's a master.
Yeah.
I didn't start with the young people.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get in these years, everything's going to change with the technology.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm lucky. I start with the old people.
Yeah.
So I have the experience with the old things.
Yeah.
And I have the technique with the old and the new.
That's fantastic. And again, I'm going back to I don't think you truly realize how big a part you're going to have to play, especially within this sport. You're going to be the first lady to be recognized as a Qatari boxer. I'm sure, and you've had things in your they want to see the reaction. At the moment, they're asking you to see what people's reaction is to a lady boxer in Qatar, and I think with coming on the show, people are going to look up and say, this is what she loves. This is her inspiration from a very young age. And I've got to get out, and I'm sorry to be doing the talking now with you as my guest, but I just want to bring up the Ifath didn't have the most easy of his lives. She had a disability, and dyslexia is a disability where for most of her life she didn't realize that she had this disability. So she was always battling against things and people would tell her that she's not normal, correct?
Yeah.
So you just imagine, I can't imagine that now, because in my life, back in the UK, that wasn't in my life, but it was before. Okay, and we had a curve where we accepted those things, and we found that this wasn't a disability. You just needed to understand how to deal with it. But Ifath didn't know how to deal with it until you got involved with boxing, and until it was just that way that he noticed with something with you that it's changed your life completely. Yeah. Your life must be fulfilled. I know that it's fulfilled because we were talking in there just before we came on the podcast. And your life is fulfilled. You love everything that you do, even the training.
I change a lot of things. My mind, it changed. My lifestyle, it's changed. And I know what I have it. I always say, thank God, because I'm unique. I born with it. So I have to say, like, I get this thing because I get it because God give me it. It's a gift for me.
Yeah.
So I have to use this gift.
Yeah.
I will never like cry what God give me.
Yeah.
It's a gift for me. And I know it. What's the gift?
Yeah.
And I'm using it right now.
Yeah.
And if my master, he never organized what happened with me, I will always suffer. And I will suffer a lot because I will never know what happened with me. So that's the point when I train with the master.
Yeah.
He's the one he know, and he get it what's doing with me.
One thing that I used to have a friend, a very good friend. She had a lot of hurdles to get over in life. And I used to say, her name was Connie, I'll never forget. And I said to her, Connie, you've got so many difficulties in your life. How do you deal with it? He said, well, God only gives to people that he knows can cope with.
Yeah, that's true.
And and with her, that she said, I know that I can cope with it. It gives me great faith. And again, with yourself, it's like you're being taught, it's not always the easiest. If life was so easy, then it wouldn't be worth it. But you're gonna, and as I said, I don't think you realize even to this day, and I hope you will soon realize it, and you'll fulfill everything that you're heading for. Is that you've had these hurdles because you had to learn these disciplines, you had to learn how to get over these things, and you had to realize how you're going to go forward in your future life in helping people just like yourself.
Yeah.
And this is going to be, boxing is so important, but it's all the other things that you're learning as an individual. And I know that now I'm 53. Okay, so you go out there and you make that difference. I know you are, and I know your determination. So you will get there, but there's some, you're going to be you are an inspiration, but you're going to be a bigger inspiration. So let's go on to your training. I'm sorry to jump from one extreme to the other, but I want to get into the training side of it. How often do you train?
Back days, like we are suffering the way I told you in private clubs.
Yeah.
And finally we get a club. It's called Brief Up for Khalid Al-Amri. He's the one who helped us, and he say, enjoy my club and it's free for you guys. And we started right now, me and Master, and he's training me right now. My training is, the first day is juggling, then
juggling. That's the first. That is the first. I've never heard. Yeah.
To get the muscles ready for the training.
Okay.
Then the other days we warm up. Then we start the technique. He teach me the technique. Then I have a homework to do in myself in my house to do how the technique it will be. Then I play. The other day he came. He bring the other guys. He bring his coaches. He have a lot of coaches. We play sparring.
Okay.
So he make for me some exams. Like, okay, Afaaf, today I want to see if you learn something or not. If you understand or really understand. So he bring coach, he make him like sparring. We play sparring together.
Yeah.
So he stopped me like, no, Afaaf, you do this wrong. You have to do this one. He fixed the things.
Yeah.
Then he go back. He sit and he watch what I'm doing. So I'm lucky with it because it's not kind of those people like do whatever you want to do. Just I give you the homework and go.
Yeah.
No, he have to focus with me a lot, and he's patient with me, and because he know my case, like what I haven't discussed yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's also one. Thank God, he's also one. He's suffering with me.
Yeah.
He's the only one he know, and my family they support me, they accept it, but they're not suffering with me the way Master Nasser is
Yeah,
suffering with
yeah,
me,
yeah.
and he's the one he's understanding, like why I'm not understanding and why I'm not getting the training perfect and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
easy like the other
Yeah,
students.
yeah.
So he doesn't make for me a special case.
Okay.
No, I train with the old students. I'm one of them. No one is special here. You will understand, believe you can do it, and you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I put in my mind, when I sleep, when I wake up, I'm normal.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah.
It will never give me this thing effect.
Yeah.
And I believe it. What God give me, it's a gift for me.
Yeah.
And I use it as a gift.
Yeah.
I never feel sorry for myself.
Yeah.
I feel for myself, I'm lucky and I'm unique.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Thank
Very
God.
good. I'm really pleased that the things that you're saying today, because it's going to help a lot of people. It's going to help a lot of people, not just from the boxing side of
No,
things.
also.
It's also people that are struggling and they
In
think
school
that
and college.
exactly. But people that are struggling inside with problems that they
get
up. Come on, do
It's-
something.
I swear to God, like before I used to feel sad when my mom, she used to tell like everyone, like she have this thing. I used to feel bad.
Yeah.
And I used to cry a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't like, it was for me secret. I don't
Yeah.
like people know what I have
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
But the only guy, he helped me and he fixed me and he gave me the real good opportunity and wake up, your life.
Yeah.
That's nothing. It's not God, it give you, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's good thing. That's
Yeah.
meaning you can do it.
Yeah.
He's the only Master Nasser. He's the one he understand it.
Yeah.
So he's the one he take the thing in my heart and he throw it up. He told me like, no, you have to be normal.
Yeah.
Don't feel shy what God
Yeah.
give you.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm like, no, Master, I cannot talk about it. Please don't tell anyone. He said, no, you have to know. They have to know the people.
This is the first time that you've even you told me today that this will be the first time that you speak about it.
Yeah.
But it's part of
I
your.
used to feel shy before.
It's part of your life, and you need to embrace it. It's something, and you say, Mr. Nasser.
Nasser, yes, Master Nasser.
Master Nasser was the only person that noticed it.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's another person that can notice these things now, and that's you.
Yeah.
And you're going to make a difference in that way. So that's the most important thing that we get, because I'm, again, one of the things that I'm here on the show is make a difference, no matter how small. Because if you can make a difference to one person, you've made a huge thing. Master Nasser made a massive difference in your
Yeah,
life.
he
He's opened the world up to you.
He opened one. Yes, it's true.
He's opened the world up. Now, I do want to briefly talk about you're having this. You're trying to get established as a boxer here in Qatar. There's people that's telling you which ways that you've got to go in. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a big shout out to all the ladies out there that are interested in starting up boxing or becoming or getting to know you on an
Yes.
individual basis, and maybe go into this gym and building bigger
Bigger,
classes.
yes,
Yeah.
we
So
wish.
this, you wish. So this is something I'm going to share with you on our podcast, on our Facebook, Instagram, everywhere we can on our social media, and we'll share your details so that you can reach out and you can kind of get involved in this, because it's very important that we get behind Afaaf now. It's very important that she's got something special, and we've got something special here in Qatar, because I was one of those people that didn't think boxing was that great, but listening to this story for ladies, because I'm that old type of gentleman that but it's not. I was wrong. Okay. You get so much pleasure out of boxing. Why should my feelings be anything to do with Afaaf's feelings? She loves boxing. This is what she wants to do. She's fought against all these difficult things, and now she wants to go on and do it. So we need to get behind her. So anybody that's involved with boxing here in Qatar, please reach out. Reach out and see how you can work together, and we can build this momentum of women's boxing here in Qatar, because it has got a very big impact on people's lives.
Yeah.
Correct?
It's changed, and there is a many girls they want a training and they too and do the training in the boxing and they want, but because we don't have opportunity, so they stopped. But for me, it's my own way. It's the only thing. It opened my eyes to know what I have and the bad side effect I have, and I love it, and I will go with it.
Yeah.
And one day I will reach, because I started when I was 7 years ago. I never give up.
Yeah.
And I will reach. When I reach there, the only target is to wave the flag of Qatar. It's my dream, because I'm the first female Qatar. I will never be the first. There will come a new generation, and there will come another students. They will do what I did. But this sport is not for me. It's for everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah.
And you're the one that's flying that flag right now.
I will.
Okay.
I wish, inshallah.
You are flying that flag now. Believe me,
Inshallah.
there's a flag that you're flying. And again, before we finish, please, get behind Afaaf. Okay, I'm going to give you all her social media details so that you can get in contact with her. Let's see how we can help her, because I really do want to be present at that boxing match that you're going to be accepted for. And I want you to start something big. If there's ladies out there, please get in touch. Okay, even if it's just the boxing training,
Most welcome.
most welcome. Okay, so please, it's been great having you on the show today, and I'm really privileged that you shared your life with us.
Lifestyle. I'm gonna thank you so much, Steve, for your hospitality, and I will thank God what I give me, and I will thank Master Nasser, how he's the one suffering with me, and I'm thanking for my family and also my sister,
Yeah.
Muna. She's the one behind the camera.
Muna, I know that she's there. She's done a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Thank you, Muna.
So I said,
You will be on the show soon.
Soon.
I'm sure.
so thank you for everything,
thank
and
you
thank
so
you for the
much.
opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank
Listen,
you.
let's start something great. Okay, you've already started it. We need to get back behind you and support you. You're a fantastic leading light. You're doing something that you love, and you're not doing it for just yourself. You're doing it for others.
Yeah.
Keep going, please. Just
I
keep pushing. And however we can help you, when you've had your first, come back. Come
My
back
pleasure.
and talk to us,
It's my
okay?
pleasure. I will.
Thank you ever so much for listening today. This has been In the Game. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.